I will be reading to you something I wrote quite a few years ago, probably around the year 2000. It's about Metatron and the Thothic perspective on this angelic being as also a state of quantum reality. In my art, I'm depicting him both as a him and a her, because although the Metatron energy is focusing very strongly through the directive of the male energy, that is, what it becomes done, the outer perspective of it and how it works in the world, it also has a feminine womb-like quality as well. So I'm portraying it in both aspects. In the context of biblical myth and Kabbalic symbology, the Archangel Metatron is considered to be the most supreme of angelic beings and is associated with the pinnacle of the Tree of Life, which is the sphere of Kether, the crown. He is seen as the highest of the recording angels in his capacity of maintaining the eternal archives of the Lord. Therefore, Metatron is congruent with the scribe of the Akasha, Thoth Hermes. Mythically, there is a story that Metatron was originally the prophet Enoch, who was transformed into the archangel by God. His Latin name is Metator, which means a guide or measurer. In the Sokino Zohar glossary, Metatron is described as the chief or head of the world of creation and also the servant or the body of Shekinah, the divine feminine. From my Akashic insights and communion with the illumined master Thoth, the following on Metatron has been revealed to me. In order to understand Metatron as an archangel, it is necessary first to comprehend to some degree the constitution of an angelic being. According to my Akasha and Thoth-engendered perspective, angelic beings are actually living light intelligences radiating from the heart seed or Holy of Holies of the unified field of divinity, which Thoth calls the Thothic universe. This universe is not a place out there, but instead is within all. Their most visible effulgence is to be seen in the fiery light of the star suns in our universe. The atomic power demonstrated in the solar systems is an outer shell effect of the angelic living lights, sending their radiations out through the physical universes. Yet angels can be up close and personal. They are within us as well as in what we see in the heavens. They therefore whisper to our soul and stir our intuition. They motivate us and attract us to graceful acts and a deepening experience of our eternal connection to the All. Archangels are the supreme movements in the angelic symphony of intelligent radiation. They define and execute the sacred geometry within our DNA that is constantly unfolding patterns into patterns of light mathematics, transforming old worlds into new ones within the crystals of our star-born light. Angels are the ray tracers of the universes. Ray tracing is a computer graphics term. It is defined in the Bryce 5 user manual as an image synthesis technique by which a virtual beam of light is projected from a virtual camera into a 3D scene in order to evaluate shading and visibility. The virtual beam may be absorbed, reflected, or otherwise affected to some degree by every object it strikes. For instance, if it is your sky, then a blue sky color ends up on that portion of your virtual film, your image. A final color is determined for each pixel in your image. That's the end of the quotes. A ray tracing archangel, then, sends signals or rays out from the living light matrix of the divine heart seed, striking the image, i.e., human, animal, flower, etc., which allows that being or thing to incorporate the signal into its logic, lending a nuance, a coloring of the divine original tone or imprint upon whatever it is or is to become. Now, if we understand that the archangel is a mythic symbol of true activity within the unified field of divinity and is thus within the every aspect of the all, we can understand that we employ the living light encoding within our DNA to trigger ray tracing of heartseed coloration throughout all of our perceptions and experience. Angelics are living lights of intelligent surges from the center of the heartseed, but they can also take on the qualities of singular expression. They can therefore appear to us with human bodies and faces and communicate to us in ways that touch our mortality and raise us to experience the eternal. Thoth refers to Metatron as the angel of reflection. He is the clear pool through which the image gains brilliance as it absorbs its own countenance and becomes the sacred nothing. In other words, Metatron offers the soul the room with the best view, which is to see through it all and then to become it, which of course we already are. We only lack the realization of our integration with the all. As a light geometry, the Metatron is complete. It does not require an associative pattern in order to be. When a human being aligns to the same frequency, not requiring an identity in order to be at one, then that person enters the complete spiral of the Metatron. Beyond this spiral lies the torus of the Thothic universe, the all in all, undivided. The essential Metatronic pattern in a 3D form is what is currently called the flower of life, as seen engraved on the Osirian temple in Egypt. Yet there are other more advanced light geometries of the Metatron. To call upon Metatron in your being, focus on the crown or top of the head as an opening like a flower of living presence, through which the light of Metatron moves out of and into your heartseed. Then bring this out and in movement down through your feet and into the center of the earth, touching the central sonatoma.